Hey, this is Priscilla from Blue Wave, and I have had a few requests to talk about exercises that you can do at the house to reduce or eliminate the flabby arm syndrome. And those of you know what I'm talking about, that back side of the arm, which can get some loose skin without a lot of muscle underneath it, and therefore cause that flabbiness that we so despise. So I'm going to go through some exercises you can do at the house, and then I'm going to show you some exercises that you can do. Maybe you've got the equipment at your house, maybe you might need to go to the gym to do those exercises, but there's several things that you can do to help work on that area. So very briefly, let's just talk about the back of the arm, otherwise known as the tricep, and what it does for you. Anytime that your arm is straight and you bend it, you are actually using the bicep, the front side. But once it's bent and you extend it out, now we're using the back side of the arm and that tricep area. So all of the exercises that you do, you want to remember that you want to start with your arms bent, and then you want to extend those arms, and it's that process of that extension that helps create the muscle on the back of the arm. So the first one we're going to go through is something you can do at your house. You can do it on a chair, on a table. I've got a bench here that I'm going to show you, and it's just simply the tricep dip. So you're using your body weight to create some resistance for this exercise. So you're going to see I'm going to take my hips really close to my bench, and it's so I can protect my shoulder. If you get too far away, you're going to pull on that shoulder, so I'm going to stay really close. And it's all about bending your elbows and straightening them, and bending them and straightening them, and as deep as you can go, even better. To a certain point, you know, you want to obviously watch that shoulder, make sure you're not going too deep. So what we're looking for here is a full extension, and I'm pushing my shoulders down at the top of the movement so that my arm is completely locked out. That's what you want. So that's the first exercise, and you can do 3 sets of 10 of those, working through that full range of movement. The second exercise I'm going to show you is what's called a tricep kickback, and it normally uses some sort of handheld weight. In this case, I've got mine here, my dumbbells. Typically, ladies use anywhere from 5 to 12 pounds, depending on how strong you are in that area. You want to find a weight that's challenging, but still doable. You want at least to be able to do at least 8 reps on this, and work your way up to 15. Getting set up is important. You want to kick your hips back, and you want to keep your back flat as if it's a table. And again, I'm going to start in that bent arm position here, and then I'm going to straighten my arms. So I come in bent, and I'm going to straighten. And I'm trying to keep the rest of my body very still, and I'm just moving the arms here. And even though holding out a split second back here, not a bad idea. Gives a little more time in that extended position, and again, a little bit more resistance on the tricep. So I'm going to say the same thing as far as rounds and reps, or sets and reps for this workout or this exercise. You would do 3 sets of 10. Let's move on to the third one, and that's the tricep extension, typically done over the head. You can use 1 or 2 weights depending on, again, how strong you are and how stable you are. The first one, let's just do 1 weight. This one's a little bit easier because you've got both hands on that weight. I'm going to, again, get my core nice and tight so that my body is in good alignment here. I'm going to bend those elbows, that's that bent position, and then extend straight up. And I'm really isolating my arms. I'm not moving at all in the middle of the body. That's important. And again, that full extension, make sure that you're straightening your elbows as much as possible up there. When I add in the second one, it's going to create a little bit more instability because I'm not holding just one thing. I now have 2 things that I need to keep stable. And so here's the double weighted tricep extension. And again, keeping those abs very tight is important. Let's do 1 more. And there we go. Breathing for these exercises, you want to inhale when you bend your arms, and you want to exhale when you extend your arms. That'll just help reinforce the movement and get oxygen to the muscles. So those are the exercises with the weights. We're going to go to the floor. I'm going to show you some push-up exercises that you can do at the house. So we're going to go ahead and get down here. The first one is the traditional push-up, where the elbows tend to go out to the side, like so. And you're going to get some benefit from that because of the angle at which your arms are. But I will tell you that if you pull your elbows in even tighter, you're going to have a greater benefit on that tricep muscle. Now, it's a little tougher, I'm not going to lie. You may not be able to go as far down as you did before, but that's okay. The whole idea of this is to help strengthen that area and build a muscle there. So let me demonstrate with the elbows tight. They're right by my rib cage. I'm going to come down as far as I can and back up. So you're seeing me do the knee version. And then for those of you that are stronger and you want to progress, onto the feet. Just like that. So again, I'm coming that full extension at the top so that the muscle's getting the full contraction there. Even pausing at the top, not a bad idea too. Now that I've shown you a few exercises you can do at your house, we're going to go look at some other equipment that you can use either in your own gym or at a gym of your choice. Here we are at the bench, and we're going to do some bench press today. And typically bench press is known for the chest muscles, but the tricep is an assisting muscle group. And the nice thing about doing this exercise is that because you're working your chest, which is fits in a larger muscle group, you're going to be pushing heavier weight than you will just by isolating your triceps. And so they're going to get a different kind of challenge than they will in the first set of exercises that we did. If you've never done bench press before, get a buddy or find someone at the gym to help you set up and be ready to do your sets. You're also going to want a spotter for the bench press, especially if you're going heavy. But for those of you that have done bench press, you're going to set it up, and then you're going to get underneath the bar, full extension here, and then we're just going crazy, just at the top of the rib cage, full extension at the top. So I was working with a 35-pound bar here. I encourage you to work up to a 3-rep set. What does that mean? It means you continue to add weight. Typically for ladies, it's 10 pounds. You add 5s on each side, and you move up like so until you hit a point where you can only do 3 reps. That way your chest is getting challenged, but also that tricep is getting challenged, and that's what we want in these exercises. The pull-up is next. Now we're going to talk about the pull-up, and again, this is going to attack some other muscles, particularly your back and the front side of your shoulder, but it's also going to work your triceps. So if you've never done a pull-up before, which most of us ladies haven't or can't, I'm going to encourage you to get a band here, and what this band does is it just takes off some of your body weight, so you don't have to pull it all when you are pulling on the bar. The best way to get into it is to have a bench or a box or something, a platform which you can stand on. You're going to put that one foot into the band, cross over the leg with the other, come to a full extended position, and then you're going to pull. So here I go.
Well, you got it.
So the idea here is that I'm coming to full extension and I'm pulling all the way up. This band probably takes off anywhere from 80 to 100 pounds, but there are other bands out there that you can get that are even thicker, that looks about more weight, and then again are even lighter, so that you progress, you move down in the bands until you're able to do a pull-up on your own. Again, I would suggest doing 3 to 4 sets, but instead of just 8 to 10 reps, I'm going to recommend you do as many as you can and then rest in between. We've got one more exercise left, and you'll see it in just a moment. The last exercise we're going to talk about is some overhead presses, and a lot of gyms already have pre-weighted bars, so you can pick up one of those, or if you've got a standard bar, you can go find that. You can even use handheld weights if you wish for this, but I find the bar is just a little bit more effective. And the reason why we're going to do this exercise, it's traditionally known to work the shoulders, but again, that tricep is helping extend your arms over your head, and that movement in and of itself is going to create that change that we want on the back of the arm. So, regardless of what weight you want to have it here right at the shoulders. You want your elbows in front, feet at least hip width apart for some good stability. You're going to bring in your core because it's your anchor, and then you're just simply going to push that bar over your head. Make sure you're reaching your full extension. You can get those elbows completely straight, awesome, but if not, as straight as you can, and then control it on the way back down. So we're pushing up and controlling it on the way back down. Here. Let's do one more. That's it. So the nice thing about this one is that you're actually using your triceps when you extend, but you're also using them on the way down, even though your arm is bending. And it's just because of the way that the body works and the way where the weight is that you're going to feel that lengthening of the back of the arm, but it's still working. And so it gets somewhat of a dual benefit with this exercise as well as some of the others. So this I would recommend you doing 3 sets of 8 or 3 sets of 10, keeping that core tight. And for the breathing, you want to exhale on the way up and inhale on the way down. And that's it. These are about 6 different exercises you can do to get rid of your flabby arms. I would love to hear a comment and to find out how they're working. Please post one below and subscribe to our channel for more workouts in the future. Thanks so much.